Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sagi Fogwe podcast. I'm glad you guys are joining us today. It's going to be a great day, as every other day. It will be special because I'm going back in time. So we're talking to one of, executives from one of the really renowned schools in Cameroon. If you're from Cameroon, you know that there are certain schools, boarding schools that always stood out. They always had a good reputation when it comes to their scores on the public exams and certification. And they produce really, really great men and women who came out of those schools. When you look at their CV or their resume and you see that school, you know that, okay, yeah, this is somebody who has a good background, a good baseline. So we'll be talking to executives of the ex-students of Bali. So CPC, Cameroon Protestant College, CPC, and we call them the BOBANs, and we'll be talking to these executives. So I'm going to bring them to the stage right now, one after another. Make sure technology works with me here. So here we go. So we have two gentlemen, but we're going to have a lady. A queen will be joining us at the end because, life happens and it kind of disrupts our schedule sometimes. So welcome, Fred. Welcome, Wilson.
Thank you, Sergi, for letting us join your podcast today. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Welcome. Yeah, Wilson is a little distracted, but we'll get him. We'll get him focused here in a little bit. So I'll start with you, Mr. Fred. Go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience, who you are, your position on the executive, just some background so people know who they're talking to.
Yeah, thank you very much again. My name is Frederick Cham. I went to Bali entering class of 1979 and exited 1984. As you see, we're chasing the green pasture. That's why I find myself in the US of A. I'm a civil engineer by profession. I work with the city of Dallas and also work with FEMA, which is a Federal Emergency Management. With the association, a little background about BOBA Dallas. BOBA Dallas has been almost, say, 8 years. It started, we're still trying to grow it. It's a young group. And I'm currently the president of BOBA Dallas. With the national, currently I am the chair of the benefits committee, as all our alumni have in the USA or elsewhere. We've come to the time when we don't only help our alumni or our school, but start looking at helping individuals ourselves here. So we are building up or creating a benefits package that will be released in the next convention in Minnesota. I'm the chair of that committee. And just to throw more light to your introduction in the beginning, CPC was opened in 1949 and it was a purely boys' school. Used to call it Camp Recall Bali. Fortunately for me, our host, that is B.O.B.A, so she knows much about what I'm talking about. In 1972, it became a boys' school first cycle, and the girls joined the high school students. So we had the high school was mixed with Bungalow 5, the men Bungalow, we still refer to El Bungalow 5 when we talk about the girls. So it was mainly, first cycle was boys, second cycle was mixed. Currently, it's a mixed school. So that is a little biography of CPC Bali. We will know more as we go on the podcast. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And I had a choice to go to that school, but I think after my 5 years at PSS Mancon, I was worn out with boarding school and I decided to do day school. So I went to a government school so I could stay home. I had missed the food at home. So I went to GBHS Bamenda for that reason. I was like, no, I'm not doing boarding school again. And then I had heard that the boys were very rough, that the boys the boys will give you punishment. So I was afraid. I was too soft for that. I said, nope, I'm not going to be doing all this work. So I decided to go to a day school.
You're very successful, but you missed an opportunity. I think if you came to CPC, it would have been a different story today, but we still
Yeah.
enjoy your family is a CPC family, so
Yes, yes,
it's
because
part of it.
my dad is honorary, and then my sister went there. So yeah, so
Yes.
either way, we still had people who went there, and my husband went there too for a year
Okay,
or so,
yeah, you are
for
BOBA
1 year.
already, but as you
Yes,
said BOBA, so
so I need a membership and a discount.
you are in. You are in. I'll have to pull your husband to start attending meetings here.
All right, Wilson, go ahead and introduce yourself so they know who they're talking to. I think you're muted. Yeah, if you're talking, we can't hear you. You're muted, sir. Okay,
Oh,
there we go. Yes.
thank you, lovely people. Thank you, Pressy. Thank you, our host. Again, what our president has spoken, Alicia has spoken. My name is Wilson Ashiel, acting pop for Dallas, Texas.
What is pop?
Publicity secretary.
People don't know this lingo, you know?
Yeah, acting publicity secretary, and in fact, it's an honor, it's joy being on your podcast. Knowing who you are, the things that you've been doing. We're grateful, and again, grateful for everybody that is out there watching. That just kind of about take a look, because we're trying to do is just trying to bring family together, impacting lives, making sure that we are there for each other, and doing the things that we're supposed to be doing. And Bali, what Bali is, Bali has always stand for unity and progress. Bali is always there for everyone, and so if you notice it, most successful people in the country have all come from Bali. That's just a fact, and we just want to be. We are grateful for being at this age, and we are talking and trying to promote the college and promoting the activities that used to happen around the vicinity in Bali. We just want to encourage everyone to come tune in, be part of the process as we follow in the footsteps of our leaders, as our president and the rest of the others in the different chapters. We want to make sure that we move the bottle ahead. Again, I came to Bali 1993, just there wasn't there for too long, and I left just one semester. But that's what it is. We love Bali, and for me, I like people who are very encouraging, and trying to make sure that they instill in other people the ideas that we of our generation and others would like to instill in our own children. I want to thank you again, and thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, everyone, again for putting me in this platform and for me to be able to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. A true publicity, a public relations officer, because he's always singing the praises of Bali. Whether he meets you in a party, no matter how noisy it is, Wilson is talking to you about BOBA. He pulls you aside and he's talking to you about BOBA. I'm like, can I just party? Can I just enjoy myself at this party and and take off the stress from the week? So let me go back to Mr. Fred. So talk about your role. You kind of already got into a little bit about what you do for the organization, just so people understand what difference it makes, to be part of the executive, what your role does for the organization, and especially what your vision is for the Dallas chapter, and then maybe the general BOBA, and where you see this organization going in the next few years.
Thank you again. I know that question you know yourself because you are a president yourself of Permeza has been a great job for the past years. We always have very big goals for the associations or our alumni, and we try to build it up. Our goal for the Dallas chapter is to grow the chapter. We have more than 50 or 75 BOBAs in the Dallas area, but our meeting or our association is not reflecting that. That's the more reason why we have a questionnaire and ask, why is it that you came from this prestigious school, a school where you have to at all times come out and say, I'm from this school, though if you have a party, you see the BOBAs there with their coats and they wear polished shoes and I speak that grammar of coming from a good school, but they don't participate in alumni stuff. We found out that many of them, as we are here, many people are struggling. Though some, you see people that are thriving, but they have one thing or the other they're struggling with. Benefits became one of the pivot, a concern that some people say in Pidgin, what is in there for me?
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't just get that as a local chapter. We found out nationally that that's all what needs to be done. Even nationally, you have a convention. The convention is going to be very successful because it's a party. But when it comes to just organizing meetings, getting stuff going, it's not as successful.
Mm-hmm.
But BOBA in general has done a very great job in CPC. We have seen that those schools owned by PCC, Presbyterian Church in Cameroon, our partnership has been very strong on campus. We've had to donate computers. We have to, the last library that was built there, or the current library, was part of the BOBA initiative. And we're planning to have a cyber CPC where students can do research globally. So there's the internet, there's a satellite connectivity. That one was going on to have our War of Independence, the Amazonian War, which is still going on, which I'm not going to elucidate on that, but we can come back to that later, which has hindered the progress that we have. If you go to CPC, you have streets. Some streets are named after chapters that are very active. You have in the library, you have some plaques about individuals that are very active contributing money. So we have that spirit of giving back to CPC, where CPC is a school where, as you said, great people have come from, people like Achille Acho, a prime minister. Your dad is an embodiment of what the CPT creed is. God, knowledge, service. So whenever I go to PCC Dallas, when I greet him, I always bow because I've said that you are just what CPC was talking about. He's so knowledgeable, he's a doctor. And then the services he's providing. You see, he has just combined all these three things. God, he knows God. He can tell you what God is and how to go to God. He has the knowledge and he's providing the service. He has retired. And I told him, hey, Big, you have to retire twice, 2 times.
There's no retirement in his plans.
I know you're going to retire. You only have to retire twice, 2 times. But as we thought, we laugh. But I know it's something in him. So we have people like that. Zui Kangaki, who was the secretary of AU. There are many that can name General Tato. Exemplary people who have provided service, not just to the people in Cameroon, but to the world. So that's what CPC is all about. We want people to celebrate it. We also want the young BOBAs who are coming to the USA to benefit from us that came ahead, to tap into the resources that we have. Under the benefit program, we are planning to say, if you just came, some came directly to the university, some came and they're living with parents. Get with the BOBAs here. If you want to do medicine, we have many people that are in the medical field. You want to do engineering? If you contact me, I've been engineering for so many years. I can tell you how to navigate. You want to do IT? We have people in DC that have IT schools like Gerard, Mufo, and so forth. So we are so diverse. We have a lot of resources, and we're trying to make sure that the young ones don't come here and be an island. Tap into those resources. Thrive here. If you are thriving, then any project they want to do will be successful. So that is the goal, an objective of BOBA, to make sure that all of us are successful and reflect where you come from, because the foundation has been built. If you've gone through CPC, nobody without it.
Yeah.
As you said, there are many stories that said about roughness, this and that. It was just the training. Like you go to the
Mm-hmm.
military, you have to go through the boot camp, right?
Yes.
So thank you. So that's just
Yes.
a part of the
Yeah.
objective that we are working with for Bali.
Well, that's really great. And just so you know, most of the organizations are going through the same pains, the same struggle. You said I'm president, but I had handed over. So finally last year I had handed the boots over.
Emeritus. Okay.
Yes, I'm emeritus now. So now I attend the meetings, when I can. But most schools are going through the same thing because that mindset of what is in it for me, we have to get out of that mindset. We have to get to that point where we think about what we are bringing to the table. What are you bringing to the table? It's
Correct.
not only about what I'm getting from the organization. What am I bringing? I have all these skills. That school gave me a baseline. That school gave me education. That school gave me the discipline. They gave me, the foundation that I'm building my life on. So how about I bring something back to the table to give back? And then again, you have to have the mindset to do that, right? Because there are some people
Correct.
who love CPC more than others. There are others who just went through the school didn't go through them. so 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 it's like, I just wanted to graduate. When you ask somebody what is your goal in 5 years or in 7 years, I just want to graduate and get out of this place. But then there are people who really loved it. Somebody like, I loved PSS to the core. Like, I loved boarding school. Like, I loved it to the point where even if I try to shake off the dust of Pemexa, I cannot do it, and you have people like that, so we have to start really keep encouraging our ex-students to know that they don't have to necessarily want something out of the organization. Bring your skills,
Yes.
so that, like, you're talking about mentorship. That's a big deal to have younger people come here. They have somebody they can look up to, somebody who can put them in the right path, as opposed to only waiting to get something out of it. So I just wanted to throw light on that, to know that most of the organizations are going through the same pain that BOBA is going through. Pemexa is going through the same thing. I'm sure Sekarets, Shesans, Sobans at different levels, and these schools are going through it at different levels. We just have to collaborate with others, and that will be one of my questions later about collaboration too.
Yes.
But for now, let me go to the PR person. I think he's steady now, where he can talk about this event that's coming up. So we have an event coming up for you guys on Saturday, June 14, and I think I put up the flyer. I was able to put the flyer up here somehow. Yeah, there we go. So BOBA Dallas has a Father's Day event coming up. So Wilson, talk about this a little bit so that people know what to expect. What should they look forward to at this event?
Again, thank you very much, Mr. Madam Moderator. This is a very it's a very unique opportunity for each and everyone who is out there who haven't had the experience of having a Father's Day. Boba Dallas has been very, very instrumental under the leadership again of Mr. Fred. We have been able to successfully actually manage to come out with a Father's Day activity every year. This year is going to be very different in the sense that we're going to be honoring some dignitaries. We're inviting different groups of people from different areas, from different um, uh, organizations and associations. We're also inviting some directors and ex-directors, the diplomats, the ambassadors, etc. So this year is going to be very unique and dynamic, as we also going to have some traditional dances, and we have a little bit of the culture to be displayed. All these activities that we are putting together in one day is just that a way to enable us to understand that we also have to take care of our fathers. Fathers are very, very important in our lives, and without a father, you can't build a nation. So in this case, I'm calling on all and everyone who is out there who has never had the experience of celebrating the Father's Day to come join us in this wonderful event that we're going to be having on the 14th of June next month. It's going to be an evening of elegance, and it's going to an unforgettable evening of elegance and entertainment, because the things that we're going to be doing and doing are also to reach out to other people. We're not just only going to, let people understand the importance of a Father's Day. We're going to let people know the importance of a Father's Day, and also we're also going to see how we can push things ahead in trying to make sure that next year be more better. This year in particular, you don't want to miss out. Don't be the only person saying that if had I known, because had I known always come last. So I just want to reach out to each and every one of you brethren, brothers and sisters. Let me use the word of your father, brethren. Again, BOBA is a unique name. It's a name that stands by itself, a name that speaks for itself, and actually it's a name that portrays what it stands for. So again, I want to use this platform to invite each and every one of us that are coming, that we shall be having something very unique. Our tables, it's $100 per person. It's $100 for a person. So if we $1,000 for a table, and we also have we also do some promotional activities, such as having the we're having the book. We're having a book, some kind of. We are going to have some book to be sold by some brothers of Bubans. We're going to have different things are going to be happening there. So just come and feel free, have fun, and whatever thing that you need to do, or another question that you need to ask, just call on the flyer, call the numbers, and your questions will be answered. Again, I want to thank you all again. As I'm having this little man here trying to distract me, I will come back again later on to give you more gist. Thank you so
All right.
much.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, so we have kids are part of the family, so they always want to be, and it's always when you're busy, right? That's when they need you the most, when you're trying. So I think I see Prissy trying to join, but her device isn't connected yet. So I'll work with her in the background here to get her connected so she can join us. But while we're waiting on Wilson and Prissy, we'll go ahead with with my next question for you. Is what is there a theme for this event? Is there a particular theme? And talk about the project that you're focused on, Fred, for this event.
Yeah, thank you again for taking each thing at a time and getting to the heart of the upcoming Father's Day event. When we started the Father's Day event, we started last year, our focus was not to enhance projects on campus. The initial objective of Father's Day was to celebrate the fathers that we have that have done so much for all of us. And there are many other events that goes in the community when it comes to Mother's Days, Valentine's Day. Even we have alumni, especially in Dallas, that celebrate some of these days. The fathers, some sort of almost went through the cracks. So we thought that it would be good to have a Father's Day where we come and honor people who dedicate all their lives for their family. And we have decided that this should be going on annually in Dallas. Just to throw more light on the flyer that Wilson sent to you, we had two flyers.
Mm-hmm.
This is mostly for, though it may go national, this is we're talking to our Dallas people, local chapter or local population, to invite them to come to this event. We will be very happy if people come from out of town, but we want Dallas, Fort Worth, maybe Houston, Texas, to come out and participate in this event and say thank you to Daddy who has done everything, and say thank you to Daddy who puts the family together, and say thank you to Daddy who sometimes are sleepless just to make sure that the family have something to eat. Like back home, they run around trying to get even tuition to make sure you go to school.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we just need to tell them thank you for appreciate what they've done for us. So that was the core reason why we have the Father's Day. But you cannot separate the school activities from having an event where there is alumni event. So there are projects on campus. CPC just turned 75 years. And when they're celebrating the 75 years in CPC, BOBA, they found out that they need to put something on campus that will reflect the statue of CPC. So there's a multi-purpose sports complex that is currently going on. The initiative was initiated during the 75th anniversary, and they plan that each BOBA should contribute some money towards it. So that is ongoing. So it's a project that involves all BOBA. So we'll be happy for that project to be realized so that we go to CPC, it has a different look, know what it is now. So if I have the planned pictures for the multipurpose sports complex, I will be projecting it during the day, Father's Day event on the 14th. But that is the key thing that is highlighting the projects that's going on campus. The cyber project, which we have started, probably is going to pick up because things are gradually normalizing and so forth. So we don't have a specific project in CPC because BOBAs always want CPC to be what it is. So the ongoing projects, the cyber project may come into place. We are looking at making solar panels in CPC. I don't know whether you guys have it in PSS Mancon. There's a season in Bali where sometimes we have to go face water from down boats.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So we are saying that at this age, with us already where we are, we shouldn't be doing that. So combined with the multipurpose sports complex, it's a project to make boreholes in Bali.
Yeah.
So students should focus on learning, not running around to go fetch water to go give to the kitchen for food to be cooked for them.
Food. Yeah.
So those are some of the initiatives that are current on campus, and anybody that comes and wants to chip in for this will be so happy for that. But we want everybody that comes to come prepared, to have fun, to mix with other fathers, to enjoy the evening, and look at some of the musics of the 70s and the 80s. We play them for people who were in school in those days so that they enjoy and reflect. You see, when the big BOBAs meet with the young ones, the interaction is always different. If you see me interacting with your dad, you may think that, it's this and that, but we just have that connection. I talk with him, we hold ourselves, we laugh, we talk about something very intimate because of the way we BOBAs are made. The relationship continues beyond school. And we want it to continue so that when you see them, you are free. We have very senior BOBs in Dallas now who are actually participating in this. And we hope that the young BOBs will see that relationship and join so that we can continuously build what we want BOBA to be, especially with the resources that we're trying to put together so that they can benefit from. So our BOBA Father's Day will be centered on appreciating our fathers, thanking them for what they've done, and then having some fun that evening. The projects that, as you said, we have the multipurpose sports complex and the cyber project and other ones. So in summary, those are things that we're looking at, but we are inviting everybody to first of all come and have fun and see fathers, grandfathers, and learn from others because parenting styles are different. And the theme for this event is healthy father, thriving family.
Okay.
Healthy father, thriving
family. Okay.
So we know that if a father is healthy, is out to go out and do stuff, the family will be in good shape and do well. So that's the theme of the event. Thank you very much.
Awesome. That makes sense, because if the father's not healthy, then we, the family. Yeah. So our queen is here. The queen of the Bobs. I already asked the question about why the name hasn't changed, but Fred kind of explained it. So Prissy, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience, your position. I think you might be muted right now. Yeah, your position, I think it's disconnected. All right, so we'll keep talking while she gets reconnected. We're having some technical difficulty, but we'll get
Yes,
through it.
Bungalow 5 is here.
Bungalow 5 is here,
Bungalow 5.
well represented.
Yeah, so that's the theme, and one of us is going to present a talk
Okay.
on the theme as yeah, one person that has been very instrumental, well achieved driving professionals is a
Okay.
cardiologist.
Okay.
He was a
Awesome.
senior prefect in Bali in his time.
Yeah.
So he's going to give us an enlightenment of how the the father should stay healthy in order to enhance the duties of the family.
Yeah, very important because at
Yes,
this age we are, a lot of heart attacks are happening, a lot of strokes, and we want to make sure that people are staying healthy. Yes,
yes,
you want before you want to be out, you want to be here a long time, and the only way we can make sure is eating healthy, making the healthy choices, and of course the medical professional in me will always come out to to start lecturing and start educating on that.
yeah. No, that's what we want because remember we're talking about we have some more resources in the community,
Mhm.
mentorship, and so forth,
Yeah.
and you have people like you in the community. That's part of how you give to the community.
Mhm.
Telling people to focus on preventive medicine. You don't wait to be sick before you go to the hospital. Do the
Mm-mm.
checkups, do everything. We even have people. Sadly, last month I lost two people very close to
Yeah.
my families. Found them dead in the apartment.
Yeah.
Two, one a lady, one is a man,
Mm-hmm.
and both of them been finally to rest. But that's how bad things are. How can you sleep in your apartment? They come and find you 2 or 3
Yeah.
days dead. So
Yeah.
you need to do something to create that awakening
Mm-hmm.
for people to focus on preventive medicine. Sometimes this thing we cannot control because at the end we say the man up there is in charge, but he has instilled in us the ability to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
We can't neglect that. With people
Yeah.
like you, he has put people in the health field who will be able to enlighten us about what to do. So we should focus on doing things right. And then
Mm-hmm.
maybe something that is above us, we'll let go. But
Yeah. But we have
yes,
to do our part because we always say God forbid, God forbid. But
yes, God forbid,
we
yes.
have to do our part, as humans, we have to do our part to
Yeah,
make
we have
sure
to do
that
our part, yes.
yes.
Because you
Yeah,
cannot jump in front of a car and expect not to be hit. So you have to
exactly.
know that, hey, I'm not going to jump in front of this car.
Yeah.
So those are the
Yeah.
things that we want to educate the community. Though
Yeah.
we may be centered on father, but everybody that comes is going to take something home from that. Let's stay
Mm-hmm.
healthy. Let's do preventive medicine for the entire community. It may help us a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about collaboration. How are we collaborating with other associations? Because sometimes as associations, we try to do everything ourselves without, and then there might be another organization that has done something that you're trying to do, and they can make it easier for you. I'll give you an example. You guys started this whole the banner that you use to cover, like when a Boban passes
The flag,
away.
yeah, dragging the casket.
The flag,
Yes.
yeah, we borrowed that because I saw that from you guys, and when I was
Yes.
president of Pemenza, I borrowed that idea. I gladly borrowed it because it was
Thank
something
you.
that was already done.
Yes.
It just needed to be replicated, and it's very special. Something that your that person is being covered the last time with that
Yes.
organization, with that banner, with that logo, with people signing off on it, showing their last, their love for that person. So
Yes.
that's just a little example, but what are the other ways that you're trying to collaborate with other organizations to make things easier for BOBA?
Yeah, thank you for that again. Nobody's an island. In this world, we need network is everything, collaboration is everything. BOBA has always been, especially we here in Dallas, in the national, trying to learn from other alumni groups. The one of the big one that I'm the chair of the benefits committee. I've had the opportunity to talk to other alumni. I've talked to people from your group of PSS Mancon. I've talked to officers, Okoyom. I've talked to Sobans. And I've talked to other alumni to see what package they have as a benefit package, SECA and so forth. So I took all that information and build what we think that should be reflecting what we should have. We see that we were behind in terms of benefits package, because we look at other alumni groups, they already have very robust benefit packages. And if you look at, as you are saying, some things that you think that are very minor, but the optics make people their eyes open and they want to join the group, just like the flag we were talking about.
Yeah.
We did that there with Dr. Formum Aju, who passed away. And then when Mr. Ndoko passed away, the Sobans did the same thing, march around with their, blazers and the casket drag and that. So those things are things that we've seen that we can share among ourselves. Not too long ago, I was talking to the president of SECA. She was talking about, why don't we even, as alumni in Dallas, have some event together? I said that was a good thing. So we can come together, get some events as alumni, and then see how we can proceed. We learn from each other. And if you see, we're even interwoven that some of the members of the different groups have gone to some of those schools.
Like Prissy is a Pemexan. Sister
Yes,
Prissy
this is a Pemexan.
Yeah.
We have people from that went to SASE. They came to CPC. Have people from CPC went to SASE. People from CPC went to Sacred. The only lonely outlier there is Casbam, where everybody's like a melting pot that people jump out there. But most of the alumni from this our prestigious school, Ivy League Secondary School in Cameroon, they have gone into one or either schools. Most of them have not gone just to one. So we always learn from each other, and I think that collaboration part is very important. And learning from each other should be very vital for the success of both alumni.
Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping that Wilson would talk about this, but I'll just bring up this the other flyer here. Yeah, let me bring. The technology is still I'm still learning it. So
no, you're doing good. When I was reading the
this
the
one.
instruction, I said I hope I'm going to jump on it.
Yeah. So
okay,
so
there's
this
one I
the
just
vendor.
sent to you. The one I just sent to you is almost like the other one, but what is missing there is Dallas to Minnesota. That's just the part that we wanted to see. We're talking to Dallas. We don't want people in Dallas to be asking what is Dallas to Minnesota.
Okay, yeah, we'll edit that. We'll edit that. Yeah, so it's just Dallas. Yeah, but this one is the vendor one.
Yeah.
So speak to the vendors. What should vendors benefit out of this? What should they bring to the table? Again, we want to take people away from the mindset of what am I getting out of this? But in this case, you're getting something out of it.
Yes, we're hoping that you have an outreach. That people are going to be in the hall. You're going to introduce what you do, and in turn, if you do it well, there's always going to be a return on what you present. This is just to show your presence in the community. Like you, if you come there, you put a flyer about the healthcare system, the clinic, that people are open to ask, oh, I didn't know you have a clinic in the area. And then word of mouth would go through from that, and it goes beyond that to make sure people know it's a clinic, it's a community clinic, and somebody wants the services, they can come there. But it's an opportunity for people to advertise what they do, introduce themselves to the community. And you don't know who you're going to meet. And people are going to take from there and give to other people. That's how advertisement goes. At the end, you not just do that just to advertise your business. As you said, part of it too is to give back.
Yes.
You're helping these alumni that's trying to build things up, you're helping them to succeed. So if we help each other out in one way, and then you in turn may benefit from it, that is the way to have that happiness in you for giving out. Many people don't know that when you give out, you feel more happy than trying always to get that all the times.
Yeah.
And that is more reason why when you have an event, even you have so much money, people don't show up, that event is a failure. Because it's the number of people that come to your event, it's the friendship that you have, it's the network that you have that makes things look successful and make you feel that you are connected with other people. You can only do that when you collaborate. You can only do that when you help each other, so that every party grows up.
Yeah.
And everybody's thriving in the community where we live. And you can have people that you have an event, they can say, okay, you're having this event, I'm going to throw in 5,000 for this event for you. If we come to that stage where individuals can come and just do things like that, people are going to be living so happy. Or the clinic you have, you need an an X-ray machine. We'll come together and say, hey, that X-ray machine is not only for your clinic. Let's do something that have an X-ray machine so that people can use it. You know how imaging is so expensive in this country. If we can have our own services, our own community, having things like that, it will help us a lot to achieve our
Yeah.
goals and live healthy. Yes.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to help Prissy, but she's having issues, so we'll just keep going, and
Yeah,
we'll
she's been coming on
yeah,
and
yeah. Her mic is not. Yeah, I tried
okay.
to unmute. Yeah, but no. Yeah, technology, it always works with us or against us sometimes, right? But it's okay. We don't panic, we pivot.
Yeah, I was nervous, but I'm
No,
surprised I'm
you're
on.
relaxed. You're relaxed. You're relaxed. So let's kind of round it up so we don't go quite to an hour. So what is your final thought to the community? But before you go to that, I want to talk about the benefits thing. I meant to comment on that. You know, apart from, I call myself the health and wealth queen, right? Because I do my health stuff and then I do my financial stuff too. Because I'm all about both balancing those two worlds, right? Health and
Yes.
wealth. So as much as we want to encourage the benefits to bring people in, my plea to our community is that while we're doing that, we should still take care of ourselves. Don't depend on the association that you belong to, that, oh, because they didn't put a benefits package in place, that's why I don't have coverage, that's why I don't have protection for my family, that's why my family is exposed, that's why they're passing a basket around for me right now. No, we should not be that. Our community has to get better. It has to get better in the sense that each person, you're doing the best you can for your family to the limit to the max. And then whatever your organization is doing, your Njangi group, your cultural group, your association, let it be a bonus, let it be a cherry on top, so that our community jointly, we can build that wealth together, make ourselves better. So that's my plea to the community. And I don't discourage the benefits thing. It's still important because it's those little things that bring us together. Food brings us together, drinks bring us together, benefits, something people always want, a shiny toy that brings them to the to the alumni. So so if that's what's going to make the membership grow, so be it. Let's do that, and then make sure that we build that membership. And then, but people should still remember, what am I bringing to the table? I'll always go back to that. Bring something to the table too, to make us better. So what is the one thing that you want people to leave today with? If they haven't heard anything you said today, one thing that you want the community, the Dallas community and beyond, what do you want them to go away with today?
Yeah, thank you very much for coming to that part of the question. Just as you were saying, I really appreciate the platform you have to let us go a step higher from what we used to do, sending emails, sending WhatsApp stuff. Now we're doing, look, I'm on the radio for the first time.
And it won't be the
It's
and it
TV.
won't and it won't be the last time. It won't be the last time.
So I'm on the TV now. So thank you very much for that. Just with the benefit part, as you were saying, and let me just throw something there as you alluded. The benefit package, as you said, we're trying to make it so that it's not even about just the money. It's about your career. So if you come there, you have mentorship, you have people who have resources, you're going to benefit more than even the what you think you can chip in. Also, as you do that, you're going to just go learn on what you were talking about preparing your family for the raining day.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to guide you. You look at other people who are successful. How did they succeed? Okay, this is how they did. If you need this, this is the steps to go to it. So with that, it helps you to grow and build a family that is successful. Not just with the money that we're going to give, 15,000 or 10,000, they're going to give you, something happens, but you're going to be already thriving that you can do that by yourself. So that's part of our encouraging this benefit package, and that people should come there. Giving is always the first thing. The spirit of what do I get from there, I don't know where he eventually got in, but we should start making sure that we say, what is my part in?
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to do to make it work? Like we
Mm-hmm.
went to schools. Most of the schools were not built by us.
Mm-mm.
Like CPC 1949, I wasn't born then. Even
Exactly.
Princess Mancon, when they was already built, some people
Mm-hmm.
put the plants down.
Yeah.
We must plant seeds for other people to eat the fruits.
Yes.
You don't always like, okay, am I going to eat the apple from that tree? No.
No.
Plant the trees, you're eating things that even in this country we came here. Some people make this country what it is
Mm-hmm.
and we're enjoying it. So
Mm-hmm.
the spirit we're telling everybody that's listening is that try to build something for the future. Get every effort that you have that you can give to the community, provide it, because
Mm-hmm.
even the kids that we're having here, they're going to still enjoy in the future what other people did. So it's not always about what you get, it's about
Yes.
what you can, yeah, what you can
Yes.
give for other people. And for the people that are listening, the theme for this Father's Day is very, 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 very crucial. We'll talk about benefits and so forth, but I think I'm talking with our host. She just embodied what we're talking about. She's doing the financial part, she's doing the health part. So she's like an embodiment of all the things that that Father's Day team is going to be. We want to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And if, as we said, if everyone is healthy in the family will thrive. There's nothing
Yes.
to keep the family back. So if you are healthy, you can go get the wealth. Because if you're sick, there's no way you can go out to get the money.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
the foundation is health. So we encourage everybody listening to come out on the 14th and participate
Mm-hmm.
in the Father's Day event and say thank you to Daddy for what they've done and say we appreciate what you've done for us throughout our life. We appreciate what you spend sleepless nights
Mm-hmm.
to make the family succeed, and then to learn how you yourself can be a good parent. It's
Mm-hmm.
something we hand over to, like a relay. You have to hand the baton to another person
Yes.
to run the race. But
Mm-hmm.
if you watch other people do it, you may do it better. So
Mm-hmm.
we will appreciate you coming to support, have fun, have some food. Uh, like Wilson said before,
Mm-hmm.
the activities like traditional stuff and other stuff may not, they may happen, they may not happen. Our key thing is come there, prepare to have fun. If you have your dad, you want us to appreciate your dad, give us a name. We're going to call your dad up, or if he's not there, to for you to give your dad, hey dad, I'm so thankful for what you did for the family. Accept gratitude, accept a thank you now for what you've done. Just
Yes.
appreciate it. Sometimes we think that those words don't mean anything, but when the
Mm-hmm.
father hears that, if you see some of them tearing up in the last event we have, you said fathers that are tearing up, they now know that the kids have at the end realized that they did something
Mm-hmm.
and they're happy about it. And now
Yeah.
they can open up more. And there are things that fathers, if you're not so close to them, you don't make them feel like you value what they did. They don't tell you a lot
Mm-hmm.
of stuff. So when you come close to your dad, there are things that they will tell you. You be a friendship, not just a father
Mm-hmm.
daughter or father son relationship. You build that friendship that will go beyond that. And you
Mm-hmm.
see, here most of our parents now are now our babysitters.
Yes.
So they retire from Cameroon and come out, they're working for us to babysit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we want everybody coming together, especially know that healthy father, thriving
Thriving community, yeah, or
yes,
family. Hmm.
family, for
Yes,
community.
yeah. No, it's great. It's great. I mean, yeah, I saw my father giving a bottle to my little one, and that was strange because back home you never see your dad sitting there with a bottle in the baby's mouth. So changing diapers,
But you
you know.
diapers.
Yes. So and then the atmosphere is different. You're sitting at the table. You're afraid to have a conversation with your dad, but now I can sit down. I can have a conversation with my dad. I can tell him how I feel and tell him now while he's here, not when he's in a casket and you're standing there making a long speech and they can't take you off the stage because you have all these regrets, things that you wish you would have told your father. So this is an opportunity to appreciate your dad. Whether you have a dad or not, you must have a father figure in your life somebody who's a father figure, somebody who has made an impact in your life, somebody who has directed you, who has done something to make you better. So come out, Dallas community, come out and support the BOBAs, and come and appreciate the fathers, and just just be part of that event. And let's make it a tradition every year. We know that the BOBAs already do Father's Day. Just put it on your calendar and know that you have to be there, to support. I will be there. I have my dress picked out already. I need to find comfortable shoes because I like to dance. So make sure the DJ is on point.
right on the point. Yeah, even you have to come with a card for Daddy, so Daddy has to hear from you that day.
Yes, definitely. All right, so we'll round it up here. Thank you so much, Fred. Thank you, Wilson and Prissy. I know Prissy had technical difficulties, but we know where your heart is. She's a treasurer, so she's a money lady. So the vendors who need to pay for their spots, make sure you send your money to her. I'll be sending the flyer to people in my contacts as well, the vendors. So if you see a flyer from me, that's why. And if you hear it on the show, maybe you'll get a little discount based on the fact that you heard it on the Sagi Fogwe podcast. So make sure you respond, and then that way we can support the BOBAs and also get your business advertised, and people can know about what you do. You can't do business in the closet. You have to make people know what you're doing. So all right, thank you so much, Prezi. It was a pleasure having you. We matched. We got the memo for the red color, so you and I match. All right, thank you. So until next time, thank you guys for watching the Sagi Fogwe podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Yes,
we wish you the best, and
thank you.
A travel podcast, and bigger as we want, and more success. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yep. Yes.